The Dassault Mirage 2000 is a French multirole, single-engine fourth-generation jet fighter manufactured by Dassault Aviation. It was designed in the late 1970s as a lightweight fighter based on the Mirage III for the French Air Force. The Mirage 2000 evolved into a multirole aircraft with several variants developed, with sales to a number of nations. The variants include the Mirage 2000N and 2000D strike variants, the improved Mirage 2000-5 and several export variants. Over 600 aircraft were built and it has been in service with 9 nations. Development. Previous projects. The Mirage 2000 evolved from a series of Dassault projects performed from 1965 to 1975. The first in this series was a project known as the Anglo-French Variable Geometry Swingwing aircraft, begun in 1965. The collaboration was a fiasco, with the French pulling out in 1967. The British stayed with the concept and formed another collaboration with the Germans and Italians, which eventually produced the Panavia Tornado multirole combat aircraft. Dassault then worked on several new concepts evolved from the Mirage G variable geometry experimental prototype, resulting in a sophisticated design with the designation Avion de Combat Futur. The French Air Force developed a requirement for developing the Avion de Combat Futur in the early 1970s. Dassault offered its twin-engine Super Mirage for the ACF requirement. However, the Super Mirage was to be too costly and was cancelled in 1975. Mirage 2000 project. Dassault had been working on other fighter options in the meantime, partly because the export potential of the ACF was not promising. These alternatives were smaller, simpler, and cheaper than the ACF, and took the form of a number of mini-Mirage concepts. These concepts congealed into an aircraft known at first as the Super Mirage III, then the Delta 1000, Delta 2000, Super Mirage 2000, and finally just Mirage 2000. The ACF was a strike aircraft first and an interceptor second, while the Mirage 2000 was exactly the reverse, but the Mirage 2000 was much more affordable. When the ACF was cancelled, Dassault offered the single-engine Mirage 2000 to the French government as an alternative and received approval to proceed on December 18, 1975. This was a return to the first-generation Mirages, but with several important innovations that tried to solve their shortcomings. Project chiefs were B.C. Vallier, copyright Res. J.K. Briere, J.C. Weber and B. Revelin Falsos. There was another important reason for Dassault to push the Mirage 2000. Development of this small aircraft would also give the company a competitor to the General Dynamics F-16 Fighting Falcon, which had defeated the Dassault Mirage F-1 in a contest for a new fighter for the air forces of Belgium, Denmark, Netherlands and Norway. Small single-engine fighters were clearly the most appreciated by foreign customers, as experience with the larger, twin-engined Mirage 4000 would show. Design phase. Radar development was critical in the Mirage 2000 project. Despite many obstacles, Marcel Dassault felt that a prototype could be flying in a year and a half, with operational introduction in 1982. In fact, the program was delayed, but by the standards of modern defense programs it was not all that big a schedule slip. The prototype made its first flight in March 10, 1978 with test pilot John Carew at the controls. Despite all the new technologies applied, basing the new aircraft on the Mirage III allowed the development of a prototype in only 27 months from the program start to the first flight. In that summer, at the Farnborough Air Show, this machine displayed not only excellent handling capabilities, but also a full control at 204 km/h and 26-degree angle of attack. This was totally unexpected in a Delta Wing fighter, and proved how CCD controls were capable of overcoming the Delta Wing shortcomings related to poor low-speed control, while retaining the advantages, such as low drag, low radar cross-section, ideal high-speed aerodynamics, and large internal volume, as well as simplicity, provided by the absence of horizontal tail surfaces. The Mirage 2000 was one of the stars of that air show and became the direct adversary for the F-16, which shared the CCD control and relaxed stability. The O2 prototype followed on 18 September 1978 and 2003 and September 26, 1979. After 400 hours of flight, they were sent to CEV. The 04 prototype was a demonstrator made by Dassault for its own purposes, and finally the first dual-seat Mirage 2000B flew in October 11, 1980. The first production example flew on November 20, 1982, and the aircraft went into operational service in November 1982. They were practically pre-production aircraft, because they had no SARH missiles and the first model of SNECMA Super ATAR M53-2 engine. Improvements and changes. The Mirage 2000 production line was shut down in 2007 after the last aircraft was delivered. The last Mirage 2000 was delivered on November 23, 2007 to the Hellenic Air Force. Design overview. The Mirage 2000 features a low-set thin delta wing with cambered section, 58 degrees leading edge sweep and moderately blended root. Area ruled. Two small canard wings, fixed, placed just behind the air intakes. The flight surfaces on the wings are composed of 4 elevons and 4 leading edge slats. Its neutral point is in front of his center of gravity, giving the fighter relaxed stability to enhance maneuverability. It incorporated negative stability and fly-by-wire controls with 4 analog computers. An air brake is fitted above and below each wing in an arrangement very similar to that of the Mirage III. A noticeably taller tailfin allows the pilot to retain control at higher angles of attack, assisted by the small strakes mounted along each air intake. The aircraft uses a retractable tricycle-type landing gear by Messier Doughty, with twin nose wheels and a single wheel on each main gear. The landing features a hydraulic retraction mechanism and electro-hydraulic steering of the nose wheel. The nose wheel can caster through 360 degrees for ground towing while under manual control. A runway arresting hook or a fairing for a brake parachute can be fitted under the tail, which can operate in conjunction with the landing gear's carbon brakes to shorten landing distances. A removable refueling probe can be attached in front of the cockpit, offset slightly to the right of center. Cockpit. The Mirage 2000 is available as a single-seat or two-seat multi-role fighter. The pilot flies the aircraft by means of a center stick and left-hand throttles, with both incorporating hands-on throttle and stick controls. The pilot sits on a SEMMB Mk1000 ejection seat. Unlike in the F-16, the pilot sits in a conventional position, without the steep backward slope of the F-16 seat. The cockpit is quite small, however the visibility is acceptable for purpose. The instrument panel is dominated by a Sextant VE130 heads-up display which presents data relating to flight control, navigation, target engagement and weapon firing, and the VMC-180 radar screen located centrally below it. To the lower left is a stores management panel, above which are the navigation instruments and altimeter. The right half of the instrument panel accommodates the engine and systems displays. Located on the left side of the cockpit, just ahead of the throttle, are controls for the communications equipment, including the HAV Quick Secure Radio. Engines. The new and powerful SNECMA M53 afterburning bypass turbojet engine was developed for the ACF, and was available for the Mirage 2000 project. The Mirage 2000 is powered by a SNECMA M53 low bypass ratio turbofan engine, which provides 64 kN of thrust and 98 kN in afterburner. The first 37 Mirage 2000 aircraft were equipped with the SNECMA M53-5 engine version. Later aircraft were equipped with the SNECMA M53P2 version. The air intakes are fitted with an adjustable half-cone-shaped center body, which provides an incline shock of air pressure for highly efficient air intake. Total internal fuel capacity is 3,978 liters in the Mirage 2000C and E, and 3,904 liters in the Mirage 2000B, N, D and S. There are also provisions for a jettisonable 1,300-liter centerline fuselage fuel tank and for a 1,700-liter drop tank under each wing. Payload and armaments. The Mirage 2000 is equipped with built-in twin DEFA 554-30 on revolver-type cannons with 125 rounds each. The cannons have selectable fire rates of 1,200 or 1,800 rounds per minute. Each round weighs 275 grams and has a muzzle velocity of around 800 meters per second. The Mirage 2000 can carry up to 6.3 tons of stores on 9 pylons, with 2 pylons on each wing and 5 under the fuselage. External stores can include Matra Super 530 medium-range semi-active radar-guided air-to-air missile on the inboard wing pylons and underbelly, and Matra Magic short-range infrared-seeking AAM on the outboard wing pylons. Other short-range missiles such as the AIM-9JP are compatible and are often used on Mirages which have been exported, because Magic itself was meant as Sidewinder compatible. The Mirage 2000C and later versions can carry the lighter, more advanced MBDA mica instead of the Super 530D, sensors and avionics. Avionics for the Mirage 2000 bytes per carried include the Segom ULISS 52 Inertial Navigation System, TRT radio altimeter, Dassault Electronic Type 2084 Central Digital Computer, Digibus Digital Data Bus and Sextant Avionique Type 90 Air Data Computer. The communication equipment package includes the LMTNRAI-7AIFF transponder, IO300A marker beacon receiver, TRT-ERA-7000B UHF COM transceiver, TRT-ERA-7200 UHF or EAS secure voice communications. The aircraft has a redundant fly-by-wire automatic flight control system, providing a high degree of agility and easier handling, together with stability and precise control in all situations. The fighter's airframe is naturally unstable, and so it is coupled with FBW commands to obtain the best agility. However, in override mode it is still possible to exceed a 270 ADEG/sec roll rate and allows the aircraft to reach 11 AG, instead of 9 AG when engaged. Thompson CSF-DM multi-mode radar or Dassault Electronic Thompson CSF-DI pulse Doppler radar for the Mirage 2000 CD, each with an operating range of 54 nm. This unit was an evolution of Serrano radars, with more modern processing units and look-down shoot-down capabilities. The effective range is around 60 €70 km with modest capabilities against low-level targets. It is linked with Super F-530F missiles, and equipped the first 37 aircraft delivered to the French Air Force and most exported Mirages. It has multi-role capabilities that enable its use in air-to-surface tasks, including anti-ship roles. Some recent export versions carry the Thales RDY developed for the Mirage 2000-5. The Mirage 2000 is equipped with the Thales Serval radar warning receiver with antennas on the wingtips and on the rear of the top of the tailfin. It is also equipped with the Dassault Sabre RF jammer in a pod below the bottom of the tailfin, with the antenna in a fairing on the front of the tailfin. The Dassault Permel Claire dispenser system under the tail was eventually replaced by a pair of Matra Spirale dispensers, each fitted on the extensions behind the rear of each wing root, giving a total capacity of 224 cartridges. Operational history: France. French Mirage 2000s were used during the Gulf War as well as in UN and NATO air operations during the Bosnian War and the Kosovo War. During Operation Deliberate Force, on August 30, 1995, one Mirage 2000D was shot down over Bosnia by a 9K-38 Igla shoulder-launched missile fired by air defense units of the Army of Republika Srpska, prompting efforts to obtain improved defensive systems. Both pilots were captured. Armée copyright E de l'air Mirage 2000DS later served with the International Security Assistance Force during the conflict in Afghanistan in 2001–2002, operating in close conjunction with international forces and performing precision attacks with laser-guided bombs. In the summer of 2007, after the Rafale fighters had been removed from the theater of operations, 3 French Mirage 2000s were deployed to Afghanistan in support of NATO troops. The Mirage 2000 is being replaced in French service by the Dassault Rafale, which became operational with the French Air Force in June 2006. French Mirage 2000s were committed to enforcing the no-fly zone in Libya as part of OPA copyright Ration Harmattan in 2011. Egypt was the first export buyer, ordering 16 single-seat Mirage 2000M and 4 2000BM trainers in late 1981, with deliveries beginning in 1986. The Egyptians also purchased ATLIS-2 pods and a wide range of appropriate munitions, including Magic and Super 530 AAMs, AS-30L laser-guided air-to-surface missiles, and Armat anti-radiation missiles. One was lost in a training accident. Egypt originally planned to buy another squadron of Mirage 2000 fighters, but financial problems prevented this. Instead, Egypt signed a contract with France to upgrade the existing fighters, which were fitted with new ECM systems. Currently, Egypt operates 18 Mirage 2000 at Burkit AFB and multi-role missions using AS-30L laser-guided air-ground missiles and free-fall bombs. Egyptian Mirage 2000 fighters train on aerial refueling with the French Air Force during several joint training programs. Greece ordered 36 single-seat Mirage 2000 EGs and 4 2000 BG two-seat trainers. They featured an ICMS Mk1 defensive countermeasures suite, an updated version of the standard Mirage 2000C countermeasures suite, characterized by two small antennas near the top of the tailfin. These Mirage 2000s were later modified to carry the or copyright Rospati LAM-39 Exocet anti-ship missile. In 2000, Greece ordered a batch of 25 Mirage 2000-5 Mark II fighters. The order included 15 new-build aircraft and 10 upgrades from existing Mirage 2000 EG, with aircraft featuring the Saturn Secure Radio. The only visual difference between the Mirage 2000-5 Mk2 and the existing Mirage 2000 EGM BGMs is a fixed IFA probe near the canopy. The Mirage 2000 production line was shut down in 2007 after the last aircraft was delivered to Greece in November 2007. On October 8, 1996, 7 months after the escalation of the dispute with Turkey over the Ymir Kardak Islands, a Greek Mirage 2000 fired an A-550 Magic II missile and shot down a Turkish F-16D over the Aegean Sea. The Turkish pilot died, while the co-pilot ejected and was rescued by Greek forces. In August 2012, after the downing of a RF-4E on the Syrian coast, Turkish Defense Minister Adegri Smityar ±LMAZ confirmed that the Turkish F-16D was shot down by a Greek Mirage 2000 within a 550 Magic II in 1996 after violating Greek airspace near Chios Island. Mirage 2000-5 Mk2 and 2000 EG fighters operate with 332 Squadron and 331 Squadron of 114 Combat Wing, based at Tanigra, India. The Indian Air Force purchased 49 Mirage 2000s, comprising 42 single-seaters and 7 two-seaters, in the 1980s. In 2004, the Indian government approved purchase of 10 Mirage 2000 HS, featuring improved avionics, particularly an upgraded RDM-7 radar. The IAF named the Mirage the Vara. India also purchased appropriate stores along with the fighters, including ATLIS-2 pods and laser-guided weapons. India has assigned a nuclear strike role to its Mirage 2000 squadrons in service with the IAF since 1985. In 1999, when the Kargil conflict broke out, the Mirage 2000 performed remarkably well during the whole conflict in the high Himalayas, even though the Mirages supplied to India had limited air interdiction capability and had to be heavily modified to drop laser-guided bombs as well as conventional unguided bombs. 2 Mirage squadrons flew a total of 515 sorties, and in 240 strike missions dropped 55,000 kg of ordnance. Easy maintenance and a very high sortie rate made the Mirage 2000 one of the most efficient fighters of the IAF in the conflict. There are reports that the IAF qualified Soviet-designed missiles with the Mirage 2000, such as the A-27 AAM. In 2006 it was reported that the IAF was close to finalizing a €1.5 billion Euros deal to upgrade its fleet to 51 Mirage 2000 Vara Euro unregistered trademark fighter jets. The aim was to give the aircraft more capabilities, bringing them to Mirage 2000-5 Mk2 standard, and extending its useful life for another 25 years. The contract was signed in 2011. In July 2011, India approved an $3 billion upgrade to its entire Mirage 2000 fleet and for over 400 Mica missiles. One two-seat trainer crashed on February 25, 2012. Another two-seater crashed on March 5, 2012. Peru. Peru purchased 10 single-seat Mirage 2000P and two 2000DP trainers in 1986. The Peruvian Air Force ordered a set of munitions similar to that ordered by Egypt, along with ATLIS-2 targeting pods. The Peruvian Mirages flew combat air patrol missions during the Singapore War in 1995. Taiwan. In 1992, the Taiwanese Republic of China Air Force ordered 48 single-seat Mirage 2000-5 EIs, and 12 Mirage 2000-5 DI trainers, with introduction of the first squadron in 1997 and the last fighters delivered in 1998. Taiwanese ordered a set of ASTAC electronic intelligence pods for their Mirages. In March 2010 it was reported that the Republic of China received over $3 a million worth of parts and maintenance service because of an engine flaw in its Mirage 2000s. The engines had cracks in its blades which caused the Air Force to reduce flight usage. United Arab Emirates, UAE purchased 22 single-seat Mirage 2000 EAD. 8 unique single-seat reconnaissance variants designated Mirage 2000 Radians, and 6 Mirage 2000 DAD trainers. The order specified an Italian-made defensive avionics suite that delayed delivery of the first of these aircraft until 1989. Some years later, UAE ordered 20 single-seater Mirage 2000 9th and 12th two-seater 2000-9 DS. These were equipped with the Classified Countermeasures System designated IMEWS. Initial deliveries of the UAE Mirages were in the spring of 2003. 30 of the older Mirage 2000 EDs were also upgraded to Mirage 2000-9 capability. The UAE Mirage 2000-9s used the Shahab laser targeting pod and the Naya navigation pod, complementing the air-to-ground modes of the RDY-2 radar. The UAE is also obtaining the Black Shahin cruise missile, a variant of the Apache. All 30 survivors of this first batch have been extensively refurbished and upgraded, bringing them to the same standard as Mirage 2000-9. United Arab Emirates Mirage 2000s flew in the Gulf War of 1991, but saw little action. 6 Mirage 2000s were to participate in the enforcement of the no-fly zone over Libya. Brazil. In July 2005, the government of Brazil agreed to purchase 12 ex-French Air Force Mirage 2000 aircraft to replace the aging Mirage III. Deliveries began in September 2006 and concluded on August 27, 2008 with the delivery of the last 2 aircraft. They operated with one Grupo de Defensa or Copyright RE, primarily in the air defense role, and they were equipped with Matra Super 530D and Matra Magic 2. The Mirage 2000 maintenance contract ended on December 26, 2013. Brazil officially retired its fleet on December 20, 2013 in a ceremony presided by Junichi Saito, the commander of Brazilian Air Force. Qatar bought 12 Mirage 2000-5 DARs. 4 Qatari Mirage 2000 fighter jets joined the NATO operation over the Libyan zone of operations in 2011. These fighters fly from Crete, operating with French Mirage 2000s. Variants: Mirage 2000C. The first Mirage 2000 to go into service was the single-seat Mirage 2000C Interceptor. C stands for Chasseur variant. There were 4 single-seat prototypes, including the initial Mirage 2000 prototype. The first production Mirage 2000C flew in November 1982. Deliveries began in 1983. The first operational squadron was formed in 1984, the 50th anniversary of the French Air Force. A total of 124 Mirage 2000 CS were obtained by the ADA. The first 37 Mirage 2000 CS delivered were fitted with the Thompson CSF-ADM and were powered by the Snecma M53-5 turbofan engine. The 38th Mirage 2000C had an upgraded Snecma M53-5 P2 turbofan engine. The radar Doppler impulse built by Thales for the Mirage 2000C entered service in 1987. It has a much improved range of about 150 km, and is linked to Matra Super 530D missiles, which are much improved compared to the older Super 530F. Look-down shoot-down capabilities are much improved as well, but this radar is not usually used for air-to-surface roles. Upgrades includes the addition of the non-cooperative target recognition mode to the RDI radar to allow identification of airborne targets not responding on IFF, integration for the Matra IR heat-seeking missile, and the ability to carry air-to-ground stores such as Matra 68 on rocket pods, Mk80 series or French 250, 400, and 1000 kg iron bombs, and cluster bombs such as the Beluga or non-French models. Some variants, especially those equipped with the RDM radar, have the capability to use the Exocet anti-ship missile. Also, Indian Mirage 2000s have been integrated to carry the Russian Ar-73A Archer missile and the indigenous Indian-built Astra missile. Mirage 2000B. The Mirage 2000B is a two-seat operational conversion trainer variant which first flew on October 11, 1980. The French Air Force acquired 30 Mirage 2000BS, and all three Ada fighter wings each obtained several of them for conversion training. Mirage 2000N and 2000D. The Mirage 2000N is the nuclear strike variant which was intended to carry the Aerospace Air Sol Moyen Portée nuclear standoff missile. Initial flight tests of two prototypes began on February 3, 1983, and the Mirage 2000N entered operational service in 1988. A total of 75 were built. The Mirage 2000D is a dedicated conventional attack variant developed from the Mirage 2000N. Initial flight of the Mirage 2000D prototype, a modified Mirage 2000N prototype, was on February 19, 1991. The first flight of a production aircraft occurred March 31, 1993, and service introduction followed in April 1995. A total of 86 were built. Mirage 2000-5. By the late 1980s, the Mirage 2000 was beginning to age compared with the latest models of US F-16 fighters, so Thompson CSF began work on a privately funded update of the Mirage 2000C which was to be named the Mirage 2000-5. A two-seat Mirage 2000B prototype was extensively modified as the first Mirage 2000ME prototype, and it first flew on October 24, 1990. A Mirage 2000C prototype was also reworked to a similar standard, making its initial flight on April 27, 1991. The production aircraft entered operational service in 1997. A two-seat version was developed as well, whose rear seat is a HUD but not an associated head-level display and lacks a built-in cannon, although cannon pods can be carried. Improvements included the Thales TVCT-CLDP laser designator pod as well as the Thales multimode RDY, which allows detection of up to 24 targets and the ability to simultaneously track 8 threats while guiding 4 Mica missiles to different targets. Updates to defensive systems included the ICMS-2 countermeasures suite and the Samir DDM missile warning system. ICMS-2 incorporates a receiver and associated signal processing system in the nose for detecting hostile missile command data links, and can be interfaced to a new programmable mission planning and post-mission analysis ground system. Avionics were also updated, using a new night vision-compatible glass cockpit layout borrowed from the Rafale, a dual-linked wide-angle head-up display, and HOTAS controls. The Mirage 2000-5 can also carry the oversized drop tanks developed for the Mirage 2000N, greatly extending its range. Dassault needed an order from the ADA to help promote foreign sales and, in 1993, the ADA decided to upgrade 37 of their existing Mirage 2000s to the 2000-5 specification as a stopgap before the arrival of the Rafale in ADA service. The upgraded aircraft were redesignated Mirage 2000-5F, and became operational in 2000. They retained the old countermeasures system with the Serval Spirale units and did not receive the ICMS-2 system. The ADA is now considering upgrades for the type, including the mid-state link, Mica IR support, and the Thales topsight helmet-mounted display and sighting system. Mirage 2000-5 Mark II. Dassault further improved the Mirage 2000-5, creating the Mirage 2000-5 Mark II, which is currently the most advanced variant of the Mirage 2000. Enhancements to offensive systems included a data link for the targeting of Mica ER missiles, the addition of the Damocles FLIR targeting pod, and a newer, Stealthy Earthsails RDY2 all-weather synthetic aperture radar with moving target indicator capability, which also grants the aircraft improved air-to-ground capability. The avionics were further updated with higher resolution color displays, an optional topside helmet-mounted display, and the addition of the modular data processing unit designed for the Rafale. A new Thales Totem 3000 inertial navigation system with ring laser gyroscope and GPS capability was added, providing much greater accuracy, higher reliability, and shorter alignment time than the older ULISS-52 navigation system which it replaced. Other upgrades included the addition of an onboard oxygen generation system for the pilot and an ICMS-3 digital countermeasures suite. Further planned upgrades will include Thales AIDA visual identification pod, a GPS receiver, MIDS data link, new long-range sensors, and the topside helmet-mounted display. Other technology developed for the Rafale will also be integrated into the Mirage 2000, including infrared and optical sensors for IFF and targeting. Mirage 2000E Mirage 2000E was a blanket designation for a series of export variants of the Mirage 2000. These aircraft were fitted the M53P2 engine and an enhanced ADM Plus radar, and all can carry the day-only ATLIS-2 laser targeting pod. Mirage 2000M The Mirage 2000M is the version purchased by Egypt. Two-seat Mirage 2000BM trainers were also ordered. Mirage 2000H India has acquired a total of 51 Mirages, which include 41 single-seater Mirage 2000HS and 10 two-seater Mirage 2000 trainers. Since India wanted the fighter quickly, the first part of an initial batch of 26 single-seaters and 4 two-seaters was shipped to the IAF beginning in 1985 with the older M53-5 engines. These aircraft were given the designations of Mirage 2000H5 and Mirage 2005. The second part of this initial batch consisted of 10 more single-seaters with the M53P2 engine, with these aircraft designated Mirage 2000H. All the first batch was re-engined with the M53P2, with the single-seaters redesignated Mirage 2000H, and the two-seaters redesignated Mirage 2000. A second batch of 6 Mirage 2000H single-seaters and 3 Mirage 2000 two-seaters was shipped in 1987–1988. A total of 49 fighters were received. In 2004, the Indian government approved purchase of 10 more Mirage 2000HS, with improved avionics. The Mirage 2000-5 was a contender for a planned Indian Air Force 126 fighter aircraft procurement in which it was competing with the Mike-1 MiG-35, F-16 Fighting Falcon and JAS-39 Gripen for the Indian MRCA competition. However, Dassault replaced the Mirage 2000 with the Rafale as its contender since the Mirage 2000 production line was to be closed. India received all 10 around 2007 during UPA tenure. The total purchase went up to 59. India has announced a $1.9 billion program to arm 51 of its Mirage 2000 aircraft with the MBDA-AIM-132 ASRAAM dogfighting missile beginning in 2007. Installation will require new radar, electronic warfare equipment, and updates to the cockpit and data bus. Pilot helmets will require addition of a helmet-mounted sight. These will be the first Mirage aircraft to carry the British missile, and Dassault, Thales, and MBDA to participate in the effort. In March 2010, India and France finalized the long-delayed deal to upgrade all of India's Mirage 2000H to Mirage 2000-5 Mk2 variant with new radar systems, a new weapons suite, missiles, electronic warfare system etc., at the cost of $43.9 million per plane. The first 4 to 6 Mirages will be upgraded in France, with the rest 50 or so being upgraded in India by Hindustan Aeronautics under transfer of technology. Under the upgrade, the entire airframe will be stripped down to be rewired and re-equipped with new avionics, mission computers, glass cockpits, helmet-mounted displays, electronic warfare suites and weapon systems to extend and enhance the operational life of the multi-role fighters by around 20 years. In July 2011, India approved an upgrade to the avionics and other systems on its Mirage 2000s. Mirage 2000P, Peru placed an order for 10 single-seat Mirage 2000 picoseconds and 2 Mirage 2000 DP trainers. The Peruvian Air Force ordered a set of munitions similar to that ordered by Egypt, along with ATLIS-2 targeting pods. Mirage 2000-5EI. France announced in 1992 that it would offer Mirage 2000-5 fighters to Taiwan. The number of aircraft was rumored to be 120, but the deal was finalized at 60 aircraft on November 17 of that year. Of the 60 fighters, the Republic of China Air Force would receive 48 single-seat Mirage 2000-5EI interceptors and 12 Mirage 2000-5DI trainers. The Taiwanese ordered a set of ASTAC electronic intelligence pods for their Mirages. This version of Mirage 2000-5 had the mid-air refuelability as well as its ground attack ability deleted. This marks the first ROCAF purchase of French fighters since the arrival of 24 D-18 D510C piston-engine monoplanes in 1937. The program was given the codename Freelung. The ROCAF also obtained 960 micro medium-range and 480 Magic II short-range air-to-air missiles from Matra. The former provides the Mirage with the BVR capability needed for its role as frontline interceptor. A number of centerline twin-gun pods with DEFA 554 cannons were also acquired and fitted on the two-seaters, as they do not have an internal gun armament. Other support equipment, such as auxiliary fuel tanks, helmets, and G-suits, have also been procured. The first batch of ROCAF Mirage 2000-5s, consisting of 5 aircraft, arrived at Hualien Harbor on the east coast of Taiwan by sea on May 6, 1997. After being unloaded, they were towed to Hualien AB, where they were unpacked and checked, and then flown to Hsinchu AB. Subsequent deliveries also followed the same procedure. The last ROCAF Mirage 2000-5 was delivered in an official ceremony on November 26, 1998. All Mirage 2000-5s are operated by the 499th TFW at Hsinchu. The first unit to convert to the type, the 41st TFS, was commissioned on December 1, 1997. Subsequently the 42nd TFS was commissioned on November 26, 1998. The 499th TFW achieved initial operating capability status on May 10, 2001, and the 48th TFS was commissioned on the same day. On November 1, 2004, the 41st and 42nd TFSs were upgraded to the Tactical Fighter Group status, while the 48th TFS became the 48th Training Group, in the largest restructure undertaken by the ROCAF since 1999. At the same time, the original 11th TFG went into history. There have been reports about the high costs and the low operational readiness for the ROCAF Mirages. Harsh environment and high operational tempo have put higher than expected wear and tear on Mirage 2000. The problems were also spare parts costs and operational expenses, flying costs, and faults with turbine blades. Minister of Defense Cao Hui-chu in October 2009 considered mothballing the entire fleet of Mirages. The fleet currently has 56 57 examples, with several already mothballed due to lack of spare parts. Rupture of engine blades has been a recent problem, dropping the amount of flying hours for Mirage pilots to only 6 in April 2009. Recent efforts between the ROCAF and Dassault have managed to raise the operational readiness of the Mirages and have allowed the fleet to return to their normal training operations of 15 hours a month, which had dipped to 8 hours due to engine damage. Dassault compensated Taiwan in 2010 for engine damage to its Mirage 2000s, and the fighter jets have since been returned to their normal training operations. Mirage 2000-5 EDA, in 1994, Qatar ordered 9 single-seat Mirage 2000-5 EDAs and 3 Mirage 2000-5 DDA trainers, with initial deliveries starting in late 1997. Mirage 2000 EAD RAD. In 1983, the United Arab Emirates purchased 22 single-seat Mirage 2000 EDs, 8 unique single-seat Mirage 2000 Radians reconnaissance variants, and 6 Mirage 2000 EAD trainers, for a total order of 36 machines. The order specified an Italian-made defensive avionics suite that delayed delivery of the first of these aircraft until 1989. The Mirage 2000 Radian's reconnaissance variant does not have any built-in cameras or sensors, and the aircraft can still be operated in air combat or strike roles. The reconnaissance systems are implemented in pods, including the Thales SLAR 2000 radar pod, Dassault COR2 multi-camera pod with visible and infrared imaging capability, and the Dassault AA3-38 Harald telescopic long-range optical camera pod. The UAE is the only nation operating such a specialized reconnaissance variant of the Mirage 2000 at this time. Mirage 2000 EG. Beginning in March 1985, Greece ordered 30 single-seat Mirage 2000 EGs and 10 Mirage 2000 BG two-seat trainers, as a part of the Talos modernization project. They feature an ICMS-1 defensive countermeasures suite, which is an updated version of the standard Mirage 2000C countermeasures suite and is characterized by two small antennas near the top of the tailfin. These Mirage 2000s were later modified in the field to carry the Aerospace LAM-39 Exocet anti-ship missile. In 2000, Greece ordered a batch of 15 new Mirage 2000-5 Mk2 fighters, and had 10 existing Mirage 2000 EGs upgraded to Mirage 2000-5 Mk2 standards. The Greek Mirage 2000-5 Mk2s feature the Saturn Secure Radio. Mirage 2000 BR. Dassault participated in a competition to replace the Brazilian Air Force's aging Mirage IIIE-BR DBRs with the Mirage 2000 BR, another variant of the Mirage 2000-9. However, due to Brazilian fiscal problems, the competition dragged on for years until it was suspended in February 2005. Later in July 2005, however, Brazil agreed to purchase 10 Mirage 2000C and 2 Mirage 2000B trainer aircraft which had been retired from French service under the designation F-2000. The first two Mirage 2000C and Mirage 2000B were delivered to the FAB base at Arnópolis on September 4, 2006, and the last two were delivered on August 26, 2008. Mirage 2000-9. Mirage 2000-9 is the export variant of Mirage 2000-5 Mk2. The UAE was the launch customer, ordering 32 new-build aircraft, comprising 20 Mirage 2000-9 single-seaters and 12 Mirage 2000-9D two-seaters. Initial deliveries of the UAE Mirages began in the spring 2003. A further 30 of Abu Dhabi's older Mirage 2000s will also be upgraded to Mirage 2000-9 standard. The UAE's Mirage 2000-9s are equipped for the strike mission, with the Shahab laser targeting pod and the Naya navigation pod, complementing the air-to-ground modes of the RDY-2 radar. They are also equipped with a classified countermeasures system designated IMEWS, which is comparable to the ICMS-3. The UAE is also obtaining the Black Shaheen cruise missile, which is basically a variant of the MBDA Apache cruise missile similar to Storm Shadow. Operators: a Brazil, a Egypt, a France, a Greece, a India, a Peru, a Qatar, a Taiwan, a UAE, operators and variants. Specifications. Data from Complete Encyclopedia of World Aircraft, International Directory of Military Aircraft, General Characteristics, Crew, 1, Length, 14.36 meters, Wingspan, 9.13 m, Height, 5.20 m, Wing Area, 41 mass-squared, Empty weight, 7,500 kilograms, Loaded weight, 13,800 kilograms, Max takeoff weight, 17,000 kilograms, Power plant, 1 SNECMA M53P2 afterburning turbofan, dry thrust, 64.3 kilonewtons, thrust with afterburner, 95.1 kilonewtons. Performance, maximum speed, Mach 2.2 at high altitude / 1,110 km per hour at low altitude, range, 1,550 km with drop tanks, ferry range, 3,335 km with auxiliary fuel, service ceiling, 17,060 m, rate of climb, 285 meters per second, wing loading, 337 kilograms mass squared, thrust weight, 0.7 at loaded weight, Armament, guns, 2A, 30mm DEFA 554 revolver cannon, 125 rounds per gun, hardpoints, 9 total. With a capacity of 6,300 kilograms external fuel and ordnance, rockets, Matra 68mm unguided rocket pods, 18 rockets per pod, missiles, air-to-air missiles, 6A, MBDA Michael IRRF, 2A, Matra a 550 Magic II and 2A, Matra Super 530D. Air-to-surface missiles, 2A, AM-39 Exocet, 2A, AS-30L laser-guided missile, 1A, ASMP tactical nuclear cruise missile. Bombs, 9A, Mk-82, avionics, Thompson CSF-DY radar, notable appearances in media. See also. Related development, Dassault Mirage 2000N/2000D, Dassault Mirage 4000, related lists, list of fighter aircraft, list of military aircraft of France, references, citations. Bibliography. External links, official Mirage 2000 family website.